Sunshine, and I'm so glad that you come to join us once again, so that you can learn a little bit about what cooking in my kitchen feels like. So I asked my special guest, my mother, since we've been spending some time together, to share one of her cake recipes with you guys. My mom is an excellent baker. She's an excellent cook. A lot of the things that I've learned from her. So she told me that she thought oatmeal cake would be a great recipe to share with you all today. So let's get started. Now, before we get started though, pause. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to this channel so that you can get more delicious, nutritious, sometimes delicious, always delicious recipes. Mom, would you like to share anything with our crowd?
I'm glad to have time to spend with my daughter and my grandchildren, and I hope this turns out wonderful.
Oh, I know it will. If Linda's cooking it, it's going to be great. All right. So, some ingredients that we have here, we have, of course, we'll start here, oil, pecans, evaporated milk, flour, we've got baking soda, we've got salt, cinnamon, we've got sugar, quick cooking oatmeal, flour, we've got coconut, eggs, brown sugar, and I think that covers it. And so anyway, so we've already gotten started by first, my mom said it's really wise to go ahead and moisturize your oatmeal, soak your oatmeal
in a cup of hot water.
So we soaked this oatmeal, and how much oatmeal was it? It was a cup,
One
wasn't
cup.
it? So 1 cup of oatmeal, and we soaked that with 1 cup of hot water, and we let it sit for 20 minutes. Now, if we can get a shot of this, we've already started by putting the 1 cup of brown sugar, 1 cup of, 1/2 cup of butter, and 1 cup of white sugar into the bowl. And how long do we want to mix that for?
Just enough to just incorporate it. Turn it off. Okay. We're going to incorporate our oatmeal.
Now we're going to incorporate this oatmeal. We've been soaking so patiently, waiting for its chance to get in the pot. All right. Do we mix them individually, or we throw in everything in?
Add your eggs.
Okay. I'm gonna add these eggs, 2 eggs.
And mix all.
How long have you been cooking this recipe, Mom?
Oh, at least 20, 25 years.
Wow. All right, so how long do we beat that for? Let's get a shot of how it looks now.
Just till it's incorporated. That looks good.
All right.
Now we're going to add our dry ingredients.
Okay.
We're going to add our flour.
Okay, so we got our flour. And how much flour is that?
That's 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour.
1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. Okay.
And then we're going to add our cinnamon.
Okay. How
And
much cinnamon was that?
That was 1 teaspoon of cinnamon.
1 teaspoon of cinnamon. And then we've got 1 teaspoon of salt. And how much of this baking soda?
We've got 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And we've got 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And I found a lot of times when you have baking soda, it clumps. So it helps to just mash out the clumps, and then you're ready to go.
All right, so we're gonna pour that into the bowl. All right, we mix that up now.
Yes, we can mix it up. We add all of that.
Okay.
We mix it all together. Mixing ready.
Is that too fast?
Slow it down a little bit so that it mixes well.
All right.
You might want to
suggested I scrape the sides, which is so smart because I know sometimes you can make a cake and if you don't scrape, you get to the end and guess what you find? A little bit of this and a little bit of that. So we do not want any of these ingredients at the bottom clumped up. So that's good advice. All right. All right. So what's next, Mom?
Next is putting it in the pan.
Oh man, that was pretty quick. No wonder you said this is a good cake to make. All right. So we're gonna remove this first of all. All right, so Mom, you tell me how much to put in here. And what did you do to this, your pan?
I floured, greased and floured the sides.
Mm-hmm.
And in the bottom, I took a piece of wax paper and folded it to the size of the pan because it just flips out.
Okay. All right. I was gonna make a separate dish for my son because he doesn't like pecans and my husband does not like coconut, but I think for the purpose of today, we're just gonna do one cake. All right. And should we have had the oven baking, Mom?
The oven should be heated to 350 degrees.
Okay, so we're gonna just spread this out nicely. And Mom, what do you think is a good occasion for a cake like this oatmeal cake?
It's always a good cake to take to a school event, or you're having a cookout, or somebody's, like I say, you have at I used to be a teacher, and we oftentimes baked and had lunch, and so it's really good for taking that because some people think it's German chocolate cake, but it isn't. It's just old oatmeal cake.
I know one thing is delicious cake. That's why I try not to keep it around because the hips will spread, won't they? All right, so we got this. I'm gonna walk this over to the oven, which has already been heating.
Put it in the middle.
And we will revisit it. How long does this have to bake for?
This takes 20 to 30 minutes.
All right, so we're gonna let that bake for 20 or 30 minutes and then we're going to make magic happen. Voila, well, welcome back. We have taken out, look at this beautiful, golden, delicious looking cake. If you could smell what I smell, you would be here, but you're not. So you gotta make your own. All right, so now we're going to begin with the toppings. We're going to start with 1 cup of coconut, and we're going to put that into this little bitty pot. All right, how much butter, Mom?
3/4 cup of butter.
3/4 cup of butter. All right. 1 cup of sugar. 1 cup of brown sugar.
3/4 cup of brown sugar.
Oh man. All right.
1/4 cup of evaporated milk.
Oh, 1/4 cup of evaporated milk.
And
That already looks good, doesn't it?
1 cup of pecans.
1 cup of pecans. And what are we gonna do with this, Mom?
We're gonna stir it, melt it, and then pour it over the top of our cake.
All right. And then it will be finished. My mom is now melting the topping, icing / delicious gooiness.
And we're just go. Now we're going to put the topping on top of our cake and spread it. We will then put it under the broiler for 5 to 8 minutes.
All right, guys, so we have a finished product. Actually, somebody cheated and already ate some. But my daughter Akira is going to be our taste tester, and she's promised me next time that she comes on, she's gonna bless you guys with one of her amazing original pieces. So, Akira, why don't you give it a taste? How does that taste?
Delicious. You can really taste all the ingredients. It's really good.
All right. Thanks for joining me and my lovely mother. Join us again. You guys have a blessed day and always put God first. Thank you.